The Royal Enfield Himalayan with a little extra road going characteristic. That is the Scram 411 for you. Hello and welcome to DriveSpark. I'm Stephen Neal and this is a motorcycle that we have already reviewed. You can go and check out our review of the Scram 411, and in this video I'm here to tell you a few things, a few features that we really like, a top 5 features, and also I'm here to tell you 2 features that could have been better or could offer more. So let's get started.
You might not want to get close. We a little wild war, covered in tattoos. Run it up, taking all the views.
Starting off with the design, so this motorcycle gets a little different design. Yes, to the eye of a layman it looks exactly the same, there might not be much difference, but I'm here to tell you the differences and why this design is better than the Himalayans in certain areas. So starting off with the design, well, you get this tank extension that lends it a bit more character than you'd find on the Himalayan. In the Himalayan, of course, you get the rack over here where you also can mount your jerry can in case you're carrying extra fuel, and it is on the same rack that you also find your headlamp mounted on the Himalayan, whereas on this one it is not in a fixed position anymore, it is mounted on the fork, so it turns along with the handlebar. So that is a slightly better design in our opinion, and well, the rest of it remains exactly identical except for the fact that at the rear too it's become a little more neat because you do not get the luggage rack. In fact, it's a little shorter tail and it looks a bit more neat, more scrambler like, if you may. Moving on, you got the color options. So the Scram 411 gets attractive color options. So you've got your graphite red, graphite yellow, graphite blue, in which you've got a graphite paint job with 411 on the fuel tank, and it is only here that you get the colors that I mentioned before this. Now apart from the graphite range, you've got the blazing black and skyline blue colors that add a bit more color to the motorcycle, and then finally you've got the top end colors, of which this is one. This is called white flame, which as you can see is a dual tone color, and also you've got another color called silver spirit that adds a bit of a blue to it, some silvers. It looks really nice, and so does this motorcycle. So on the colors front, this motorcycle gets full marks. And also, while we're on the topic of colors, well, I should also mention that the pricing for this motorcycle varies according to color you choose. So if you go for any of the graphite range that I mentioned earlier, the price is rupees 2.05 lakh, which is slightly higher than what it was actually launched at, because this motorcycle has recently received a price hike. Apart from that, if you go for the top end model which we have here, well, this color costs rupees 2.11 lakh ex showroom. And with that, we're done with the pricing and the colors for the Royal Enfield Scram 411. Now we move on to our next feature that we really like. Up next on our top features list is this instrument cluster. So as you can see, you've got a digital analog instrument cluster with the analog speedometer, and you've got your digital display in the center that displays a lot of information, but what we are more interested in is this. So this is a triple navigation system that you can opt for as a part of the Make It Yours program by Royal Enfield, where you can customize motorcycles, and this is something that you can opt for. It costs a little extra, it costs about rupees 5,000 more than if you do not have it. So while you're not using it, it displays the time, and when you are using it, well, it displays turn by turn navigation, and that is a great feature. It is a little fancy, to be honest, and well, if you want more, well, of course we all want more all the time, so well, this could have been a little more, but this makes it to the top 5 features list. Then you got the new wheels. So this motorcycle rides on smaller wheels than the Himalayan. So this is a 19-inch wheel that you see up front. The Himalayan, on the other hand, gets 21-inch wheels. So what this has done is it has reduced the height by a bit. So the ground clearance has gone down by 20 mm, and the suspension travel has gone down by 10 mm, and the seat height, saddle height, has gone down by 5 mm. So what this has done is it has given the Scram 411 a bit more road going mannerisms or characteristics than the Himalayan, and that in our books is a good thing for those who use it more on the road than off-road. Finally, we come to the seat. So as I mentioned, the seat height has gone down, the saddle height has gone down. It's a very comfortable seat. Yes, it is a single piece seat now. The Himalayan, on the other hand, gets a split seat. Though it is a single seat, it is very comfortable. Cushioning is excellent, and well, it is very comfortable. And that finally brings us to the suspension. So the suspension is great. It feels supple, it handles potholes very well, handles the bumps very well, and well, you can actually stand up and ride through potholes and speed bumps without breaking a sweat, without even breaking the motorcycle. So well, that is a top 5 features list for you. Now it's time to talk about the 2 things that we think could have been better or could have been offered with this motorcycle, starting off with the tachometer, which as you can see isn't present on this motorcycle. So well, it could have been offered. On the Himalayan it is present. Well, it uses the same Himalayan engine and the wiring harness, everything is the same except for the tachometer. So you do not get the tachometer as well as the compass. Well, compass isn't something that everyone would use, so it's not a huge miss. However, the absence of a tachometer, or as more commonly known RPM meter, is something that will be missed sorely, especially if you like riding, you want to see what the engine is up to, you want to see the needle climb along with hearing the engine revs. Well, that is something that you are going to miss on this motorcycle. And finally, the other feature that, or the other characteristic that could have been better on this motorcycle is of course this engine. Now this is the same 411cc air and oil cooled single cylinder SOHC engine that is found in the Himalayan, and well, it has the same characteristics. There are no changes in the gear ratios or even in the final drive ratios, that is the sprockets. What it does have though is the same torque, the same grunt that you find in the Himalayan. However, it does not get a slipper clutch, and well, on-road performance definitely could have been better. It has an output of 24 bhp and around 32 Nm. Well, those figures are just alright. It isn't too great, neither is it too bad. However, it could have been much better. The overall feel of it on the road could have been much better, and performance on the whole also could have been much better, and that is all down to the engine. So that is something that we would like to see an improvement in. Well, Royal Enfield might just be working on something regarding that. So well, we are looking forward to that. And that was our top 5 features and top 2 features that could have been better. Do let us know what you thought of these features in the comment section, and let us know your thoughts. Also, if you have questions, ask away. Thank you so much for watching. This is Stephen Neal signing off for DriveSpark. Stay safe and ride safe.